This is Ross Marquand, and you're listening to Best Threesome Ever.
Welcome to Best Threesome Ever, a podcast discussing all things revolving around nerdy pop culture. It's probably not what you were expecting, but it's just as fun. Now, here are your hosts, Nick, Megan, and Kevin.
Does your mic work? I believe so. Okay, good. It would suck if it didn't. All right, here we go. Best Threesome Ever, episode 186, brought to you by Jaybird Wines. I'm Nick.
And I'm Kevin. We are Megan-less today because she forgot. You just talked about it last night, so you just get to hear two dudes jerk each other off the next however long. We're doing fine.
Well,
it might end up being a slightly shorter episode.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's no big deal. Yeah, we've done this before, back in the day. I think Rob skipped out once or forgot. It's fine.
Or I did some.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. We can talk. We know how to talk to each other, I think. Otherwise, this will be
Really awkward.
and boring. It's two dudes. It's two dudes in the best twosome ever.
The dynamic duo.
The dynamic duo. So what you been up to, Kevin? What's new?
So I still don't know about my job yet. I should actually find out tomorrow. I have the weekend off because I'm going to Wisconsin Dells, but I should find out tomorrow if the lady who is may or may not be coming back is officially coming back or not. And if she's not, we can kind of work on things from there. If she is, then I go to that backup job. So,
But you're still working.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I'm still giving them my all. Like I'm not going anywhere. But
Like you.
we'll see.
Yeah. Like you want that paycheck like a. I can't think of a funny, good analogy. There was one there, but then I lost it and then tried to recover and fumbled horribly.
Vintage Nick.
True. That's very true.
But yeah, on that, we're still renovating our stupid basement. We're hoping to be done by the end of the month because we're starting to get close to fest season, and once that hits,
Right.
I will be unavailable on weekends. So,
Right.
but as it turns out, our entire electrical system in our house was completely fucked.
Wow, that sounds not
Like we had
fun.
we had a bathroom connected to other rooms on a circuit that were not bathrooms. The downstairs bathroom was on a 15 circuit instead of a 20, which is the standard
Right.
because of like hair dryers and stuff.
Right.
So that was pretty fun.
How
And while I know how to do some very basic electrical stuff in households, because I did that back in like high school and that sort of thing,
right.
doing like a whole rewiring is not in my forte, and I don't want to fuck everything up and burn the house down.
Right. That could be bad.
So as much fun as the DIYing process has been, we hired a professional to come in and fix it. And
Was he like, it's this simple, stupid?
no, he was like, he's like, wow, this place is fucked.
Yeah, okay, then you know it's fucked with
He
the professional
he
company.
thought it was hilarious, so he fixed it. He brought us back up to code, and so that should be nice.
That's fine.
That's what we get for skipping the inspection before we bought. But it was a seller's market. So.
Would it have been something that the inspection would have found though? I mean,
to be honest, some of it probably. They
Okay.
probably would have checked some of the circuits, especially the bathrooms, that kind of thing. So
did the previous owners redo stuff on their own and just fucked it up, or was it built wrong?
no, I think either they did or whoever owned the house before them might have.
Okay, then we had that same issue when my mom was renting her townhome, and the renters, unbeknownst to us, put in jerry-rigged, I should say, a fucking gas system for a gas stove for a place that didn't have a gas stove, which we didn't find out until they moved out and we were looking to sell it, and we're like, what in the fuck? Like you didn't even ask and you're renting a place? Like you don't, no, you can go. It's fucked.
That's goddamn hilarious.
Yeah.
And horrifying.
And horrifying because we don't even know who the fuck installed it. There's no, and I'm not, again, much like you, my home repairs are okay, but there's some things that are definitely beyond my skill. But at the same time, I looked at this jerry-rigged fucking gas line that they ran. I'm like, that doesn't look good. So, yeah, stupid people.
And yeah, and if you don't get like the code Like if you don't get a permit and stuff before you do that kind of stuff, you can get in pretty serious trouble.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And they would have been on the hook for none of it. It would have been all on
You.
all on her.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Which is fucking whatever. So we disconnected it and had a professional come out and disconnect it.
Yeah.
And redo it the way it should be. But that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, don't worry about blowing up a fucking townhome. It's fine. So I've been watching some interesting shows now that a lot of our shows are done with their seasons. And the first one was this. They're actually like historical things, but in a different way, sort of kind of fun. So I watched this history thing. It's like a 3-part or 4-part series on Grant, General Ulysses S. Grant, which was kind of fun. But the guy that played Grant looks a lot like Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. And they don't, like, you know, when you do a documentary and it goes through his entire life, they don't age him at all. No gray, no nothing.
What is he, Uhtred, son of Uhtred?
Yeah. So, which made me made me think he's more Wolverine, and he's smoking a stogie the entire time.
Fucking starts out at 22, and by the end of the show is 65, and he still looks exactly the same.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. And through his presidency, even, and when definitely he was not dark haired, he definitely would have gray hair.
I think they're alluding to the fact that Ulysses S. Grant was actually Wolverine.
Probably because, and at some point, I just wanted him to be like, fucking, you know, rip his shirt off, rip the claws out, kind of like, come on, General Lee, let's go. You know, mano a mano.
And then General Lee goes,
Yeah. I got it. Yeah.
Shut up, Kevin.
So it was a good series. It was interesting. Learned stuff about Lee. The other one was this pirate show done on National Geographic. Actually, it was done last year. And they talked about like 6 or 7 main pirates. And the guy that they had play Blackbeard looks like Jack Black. It's playing Blackbeard. And so now I kind of want a Blackbeard musical.
Honestly, I'm mad at Jack Black right now, but I think I would be into that.
Why are you mad at him?
Just because of what he did with KG and.
I mean, I didn't hear about this.
Oh, Tenacious D broke up because Kyle was, sent a message out to the would-be Trump hitman back during the campaign trail and said, next time don't miss, that kind of a thing.
Oh.
And Jack Black was like, no, I'm not political.
They'll get back together.
I know, they probably will, but.
Because they'll both want more money at some point. And the last one that I watched, part one was actually also very good. It's narrated by Billy Boyd. It's mostly historic, but now it makes me want to take a trip.
Billy Boyd, is that
Lord of the Rings?
Yeah,
that guy. When they played Pip.
Either Merry or Pippin, I can never remember who's who.
I always say, and every time
I gotta look it up now.
He played Pip.
Pippin, yeah,
because every time I have to remember, I have the same problem, and every time I just think about him going Mary. And then he's yelling at the other guy. So then I'm like, oh, so if he's yelling Mary, then he has to be Pippin. Okay. It's a very long, drawn out thought process of how I separate the two, but that's how I
love it.
That's how I do it. But yeah, it's about pirates, but it also makes me want to take my next vacation trip. I kind of want to take like a historical pirate, like go to Port Royal which is near Kingston, Jamaica, and scuba. I think you can. Well, that's in North Carolina. Actually, I do know you can. You can scuba dive Blackbeard ship because it's only in like 27 feet of water. But it's very like specific, and I don't know. But that's in North Carolina. But I thought about maybe just going to somewhere that was like historical and learn stuff while I'm on vacation, but like in a fun way because it'd be pirates. But I can't find a good place in Jamaica that looks trustworthy.
That's the trick.
Well, excuse me, in Port Royal.
Yeah.
And the places that do are very expensive, and I don't want to spend a lot of money.
I also don't want to what's it called? Die. Easy over there.
Excuse me, my allergies are air quality.
I was gonna say this air doesn't. My lungs have been hurting for like the last week. It sucks. Okay, I'm back. Anyway, my lungs have been hurting like the last week. It sucks.
Yeah. And the last thing I watched was this, and I rented it off of Amazon because I thought, oh, this might be fun because the trailer looked
Oh, now I lost. Oh, now you're back. Okay, the trailer looked what?
Your headphones being weird?
Everything's being weird.
Yeah, just jiggle it, jiggle the cord.
You're jiggling.
On Amazon, I rented this movie for under $6. It was called Gunslingers. It stars Stephen Dorff, Nicolas Cage, Heather Graham, and a slew of other stars. And
is that the term we're going to use for them? I mean,
Well-
Nick Cage, sure. There's nothing he won't be. But Stephen Dorff and Heather Graham, they're a little
first of all,
past their film prime.
right, and this film is like, first of all, it's very whitewashed and horrible and just the worst. Like, it's got like 20 producers, which you can totally tell because it is so bad. First of all, like, I can get over like the not reloading thing.
Can you though?
Yeah, not in this film, but like the main bad guy, like they try to make him into this. They have him wearing a fedora, first of all, and it takes place in 17 something. Fedoras didn't come around until the 1800s, in case you didn't know, and it was women's fashion. It didn't come fashionable, or
Were they fedoras or trilbies?
I'm sorry, it's a fedora.
Okay.
He's wearing a fedora.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, they didn't come around to the 1900s, and this takes place in the late 1800s, and they didn't come fashionable for men until much later in the 1900s, after women made them fashionable. But they dress him up in like this, the main bad guy who's Stephen Dorff's brother, who they killed a Rockefeller in New York, and now he's in this town that's of criminals. They fake your death, and until the dust settles from whatever you're running from, to the point where like they have this graveyard out there, and they have all these just perfectly made wanted posters on the grave sites, like, oh, look, that's where they're buried. That's definitely where they're buried. But if a lot of these people have been in this town for years and their posters are still perfectly fine through the weather, I find that hard to believe. But anyways,
Ooh, this looks like it sucks.
oh, it sucks hardcore. So anyways, they take this brother character and like they grade him and try to make him this black and white. Like every time he's on camera, he's kind of in this lighter black and white type camera thing, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Oh yeah, I see that.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid. I'm
looking at like scenes and stuff.
Oh yeah. It's whitewashed to high holy hell. Nicolas Cage plays this outlandish, almost white. He's a white guy trying to do a version of an aged James Brown, to the point where he's even actually saying, "Lord, help me, Lord, help me, pick me up now, Lord." You know, like James Brown.
Oh yeah, I get you.
He's wearing these stupid cross glasses, which definitely did not exist in that time period.
Kind of sounds like this guy just wanted to make Wild Wild West, but with fewer black people.
It's my favorite part was all the bad guys, the minion bad guys, were like in the same costume, like jeans, like dark colored jeans, a white shirt, and either a vest or suspenders with a red bandana. And you can totally tell they're recycling people. Like, oh, in this scene, in this scene, you're gonna be wearing a vest, but in the next scene, you're wearing a vest and you get shot. And then in the next scene, take the vest off, so you just have your suspenders, and then you're going to get shot again. They definitely recycle their bad guys.
So funny. The guy who wrote and directed it kind of looks like me, and I'm very offended by that.
Yeah, he does. But he didn't write anything good. I'm sure you could have wrote this better. It almost seems like this movie was made
I
for.
don't like the connotation of what you just said.
Sorry.
Of course I could have. I'm awesome. Shut up.
Yeah.
Oh, he does like a lot of like kind of cowboy stuff.
Yeah. But he where was I? Movie. Blah, 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 blah. Where the fuck was I? It's like these Hollywood types were like, hey, we're bored this weekend. Let's make this movie for Z Fest, and shoot it over a weekend. And that's kind of the quality of this movie. It's not good, and it really sucks. And I can't believe I paid for it. But I thought maybe it might be kind of fun, you know, like in the trailer, you kind of go, okay, I want to see Nick Cage be all campy and weird. And then you just watch the whole thing and you go, I within the first 5 minutes, it's stupid.
Just judging by the movies that this dude has written and directed, I feel like I would hate him. He does like a lot of like kind of gunslinger movies, a lot of westerns, but like some like modern, but like fucking A. He has his highest rated movie is at a 6.9, and that's Guns of Redemption with Casper Van Dien and Sean Astin. But when I scroll down the list of the cast, Sean Astin's way down, so I get the feeling he's in it for like 10 minutes.
Right.
But like he has a movie called like The Second, and it's talking about the amendment, and like every single one of his movies has the word like either dead or gun in it.
Yeah.
Except for one Christmas movie, My Adventures with Santa. Oh wait, 2 Christmas movies. He also did The Christmas High Note. 3 Christmas movies. He also did Beverly Hills Christmas.
Yeah.
Looks like just the 3.
Okay. Anyways,
4 Christmas movies. No, Merry Xmas, X spelled EX, and it's fucking Dean Cain. Oh God.
Yeah, he gets a lot of like
5 Christmas movies defending Santa.
He gets a lot of I don't know.
That's it. Okay, that's it for real this time.
I don't know where he gets these people to do.
He seems like he sucks so much.
And why these people agree to do these movies?
Because sometimes when you're Casper Van Dien or Dean Cain, paycheck is a paycheck.
It's true.
And I really legitimately get the feeling that if offered a part, Nicolas Cage says yes. I don't think he cares. I really think he's like, hey, we want you to do this movie. Cool, let's do it. Whatever.
I'm not doing it.
He just like I feel like if I like revive the lair and send him a message that, hey, will you do this? He'll be like, cool, when do you want me? Do you accept a payment of a can of Coke and a Charms blow pop? Yeah, sure, whatever, man.
Some donuts maybe in the morning. He probably would. I feel like I guess we should try.
Honestly,
Hey, we're gonna revise this web series. You want to be in it? It'd be cool.
I really do want him for the next Z Fest. I really would like to.
Yeah,
Especially now that I'm not busy with like a wedding and shit.
yeah. Weddings are.
They're stressy times.
Yeah, makes me not want to be married. Just do something simple like, do you? Cool.
Good, you're married. Kiss.
Good, married, kiss. Can I marry myself? Technically.
The other thing where you turn around and then rub your hands on like your back and shoulder like you're making out with somebody.
Oh, sorry, I meant like if I actually had.
Oh, like you perform. Oh, I get you. I thought you meant like marry yourself. I like my version better because now I'm
Yours
picturing
is way funnier.
the
Yeah.
making out thing.
Yeah. Kiss the bride. Yeah. I like it. I do like the half and half.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Wayne Brady.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. Let's do that. And then I can officiate over it with myself.
Do I? Yes. Do I? Yes. Good. You're married. Kissing. We've been watching some fun stuff, since all of our main shows are done. Like, hey, when the fuck is Star Trek coming back? I feel like I've been waiting forever for the next Strange New Worlds. Fuck.
I do too. Also, and I keep thinking that too, and then I go, oh yeah, writer's strike.
Yeah.
Reddit, that slowed everything down.
But like Poker Face just came back recently. It's been really good. Yeah. We've also been watching Hunting Party. Pretty good. It's about this like super secret, like worst of the worst serial killer prison, and there's like an explosion and they all break out, but they're thinking it was on purpose. And I think the entire series, the season is out, but we're catching up on it.
Okay.
But the most recent one we watched had Diggle from Arrow in it.
Okay.
Yeah, it was he was like this materialistic sort of serial killer. Like, he kept buying stuff on like Home Shopping Network because it was like 20 years ago,
right,
when he was arrested, and he would lay out like a strip to catch people like with flat tires, and then they'd inevitably come to his house because he's the only place around to see if they can use like his phone, and that's gonna kill him.
Sounds very vaguely familiar.
But now that he's broken out, he was like trying to get people who were really materialistic to like renounce material things, and so he was like keeping them in cages. And it was a good episode. It's a good series. It's
what's it called again?
Hunting Party.
Hunting Party,
and it's on, I want to say, Peacock.
Eagle hunting party.
Also watching Murderbot with Alexander Skarsgård.
Oh yeah.
That one's on Apple TV.
Don't have.
Very fun show.
Yeah.
Yeah, he plays this security robot who has gained self-awareness, which is illegal because there was like a whole uprising, and so now there can be only type 1 AI, not type 2, which is
Right.
algorithmic.
Sentient, yeah.
Well, which is just the algorithmic kind, not the sentient kind. But he self-actualizes, and he's trying to keep it hidden that he's self-actualized, and
So he's dumbing it down.
yeah, so he's saying he's just like he's an old security unit, and I've been reprogrammed to be an assistance droid. But then like he's out on like this survey mission out in space because it's super future, and they get like attacked by this like big alien worm creature, and he goes into war mode and to save the scientists, and he's
Sure.
like leftover programming. And like he keeps like not paying attention to them because he's like obsessed with like this Star Trek series. And so like he just plays episodes in his head while he's bored and waiting for them to do shit like science shit. It's a very fun show, and he's very, very like entertaining in it. He does because the character, because he's like a robot who's gained sentience but also thinks humans are super weird, he comes off as kind of like on the spectrum. And it's authentic. It's really wild to watch.
Okay. It's on Apple TV, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll check that out.
Having a good time with that one.
Or if they still have Apple TV. Why is my phone not? Okay, phony. There we go. Did you watch the new season of Love, Death, Robots?
Yeah, we like binged the whole thing in a night.
Hated it.
Really?
Hated it.
There were a couple we thought were meh, but for the most part, we really enjoyed it. Especially the new little mini episode. We love those ones.
Oh, the mini one? Yeah, that was good. The mini ones are always good. But the other, they're all left on, pretty much all left on like cliffhangers.
And a lot of them were like sequels to like older ones, which we thought was interesting.
Right, and I was like,
that was like our only issue. Was like a lot of them seem to be sequel episodes.
right,
Which I'm like, that was 15 years ago. I don't remember.
right,
So we might go back and watch a bunch of them.
right. I did not like this season as much as the past seasons. So I was like,
I get that.
it was okay.
Needed more titties.
Needed more. They didn't have any really like the war ones that they normally do,
Yeah.
which I was sad about.
Live action one was weird too.
Live action was super weird, but whatever, it's fine. Obviously, Last of Us.
What a fucking annoying ass cliffhanger and fucking annoying ass one. Was it 2 episodes fewer than last season?
Yes.
There's only 7 episodes.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Well, I was thinking maybe they, because they did the entire first game
In the one season.
in one season, and maybe they were like, maybe we should do 2 seasons of the second game.
And fucking what I kind of heard that they might be doing that, but I figured what they're going to do is fart around more and not kill Pedro so quickly, but fuck us, I guess. But then we did get like that flashback episode, so we did get one more episode of him, but
Right.
that's it for Pedro.
Yeah, it's just for Pedro. But come July 25th, he'll be like fucking Thanos with the goddamn stone of every major franchise
I
out
know.
there.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
good
he's
for him.
got like an infinity gauntlet of nerd IP.
Right. Yeah, absolutely does. But these episodes were good. And then watching What's Her Nuts just go, like, I get kind of annoyed by it, but at the same time, like, I get it. She's youngish, angsty. What is she like? Supposed to be like 20-ish now?
Ellie,
Yeah.
19, I think.
19? Okay. So, like, I get some of it, but like it drives me insane. Like, just
because
just
it was
like,
5
calm-
years and she was 14,
Right.
I think, in the first
Right,
one.
I'm just like, calm down. Like, just listen to what these people are telling you and stop rushing into shit. which you can't handle, which you clearly don't understand you can't handle, but you rush and do it anyways, and then you get in trouble, and then people have to come save you. I suppose it wouldn't make a good story if she did that. So
If she was level-headed and
right,
did everything she was supposed to.
right,
There's no conflict in this.
right. But her chasing down and getting in that boat and shit, it was good. It's good. And fucking, I was gonna say something. I don't remember what it was.
I bet it was really cool and smart.
Nope, it wasn't. If it was, I would have remembered it. No, I liked it. I agree with you though. I don't like that they shorted us episodes. Like I thought maybe it'd just be a season break. No, but it's no.
Stranger Things is finally coming back.
Yeah.
Kids are going to qualify for the AARP Silver Care plan soon. Fucking.
I think they kind of took that into account, but I figured now if it's
From what I understand, they had to young them down a little bit with digital de-aging.
did they? Oh.
Which, I mean, they're at the age when, anyone would play a teenager on the CW, so I don't know what the big deal is.
Well, I think it's because they started as actual teenagers. But I figure by now that in the storyline they'd have to be in the 90s now. It can't still be in the 80s.
When
84 Ghostbusters, so at least 84 or 85. Because they were in the Ghostbuster stuff.
I think they're still supposed to be in high school, though. I think it's only supposed to be a couple years later. Like, they were freshmen, and now I think they're supposed to be seniors.
Okay. Let's see how that turns out.
Yeah.
It looked like 30. Okay.
I know. Don't get me started. But yeah, we also marathoned all of the Mission Impossible movies.
Yeah, how'd that go?
It was fucking great. I love those movies. It's really funny watching, like, when you watch them all back to back, because with the first, like, 5 of them, there's such a big gap in between each movie.
Right.
It's really funny watching Tom Cruise both age and not age at the same time. But like, so we did that, and then we went to go see the new one.
Right.
He's looking old in this new one. I doubt we're gonna do a spoilers. Sort of
I don't
on it.
watch the. If you want to spoil it, I'm not going to watch it.
Yeah, but there we go. So he had 2 kind of big fights, like actual like one-on-one fist fights. And actually, well, one-on-one, and one was on like a couple of guys. The first one you didn't see at all. All you saw was Haley Atwell reacting to it. And the second one was like in this room where like he busted this pipe and there was a bunch of steam because he was on a sub. And so you barely saw that. And it was intercut with another fight at the same time. While he did a bunch of like cool stunt things, I think our boy's a little too old to be doing choreographed fights.
Really?
He looked old. He looked a little tired. You could tell they had to cut a few corners with these fights. There were not a lot of them, and the better ones we got were not him fighting. So,
which is weird because he's always, that's why he wants to do all his own stunts, because I gotta see my face. Doesn't make any sense. Don't see my face. And
I think that's it. I think if he had a double doing some of the fights, we would have gotten better fights. But because he didn't want to do that, we didn't get any fight, and that is a little sad.
Yeah,
because the Mission Impossible movies always had fucking great fist fights in them.
Right, they did. I'll give them that.
Well, I love the Mission Impossible movies. They're fun. They're ridiculous. They're pure insanity without like seeming like they're breaking every law of physics that's ever been invented, like the Fast movies did, or anything with Jason Statham, where he just plays a guy who has a job but is also a secret agent.
Right.
Like a retired military specialist in some kind, like the Beekeeper, and we just watched The Working Man. I'm like, ugh, this is bad. It was fine. It was an action film that existed.
Well, and I don't necessarily hate, I shouldn't say I hate the Mission Impossible movies. I just lost interest in them. I'm just like, okay.
See, and I felt like each one got a little better. Like that was the nice thing about them, is that with the Fast movies, each one gets more ridiculous, but with the Mission Impossible movies, each one got a little better. And And I'm never gonna say no to fucking Haley Atwell, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Not ever.
And that, when was it? Was the last one I saw? I think maybe it was Rogue Protocol. Rogue, is that what it is? Rogue.
Rogue Nation or Ghost Protocol. Those are two different ones. There's the one with Henry Cavill and his
Didn't see that
Cock
one.
and the
No,
Guns.
I didn't see that one.
Okay, I think that was Rogue Nation, and then Ghost Protocol was the one right before.
Okay, so Ghost Protocol. That's the one where Jeremy Renner steps in.
Yeah,
and
well, he was actually in. He was in a couple of them.
Yeah.
But then he wasn't in the last one because they were gonna give him like a bit part and they were gonna kill off his character. He was like, no, thank you. Kind of hoping he was gonna show up at the end of this one,
Right.
but he didn't.
I think the last one I saw was one where he's on there's a fight in a building and they go out the side of the building, and I know that narrows it down, doesn't it? Because it seems like that.
Pretty sure it's Ghost Protocol.
Okay. All right. So that was the last one I saw then. And it's not that I hate him. I just that's kind of lost interest in him.
Yeah, I get that.
But it's kind of like what you did with. I watched all the John Wicks, and you just watch Keanu Reeves. Although they're closer in time with how they made them,
Mm-hmm.
he definitely is slow. He definitely by the fourth one was slowed down.
Yeah.
And only because he's just your body ages, not necessarily with all his gun work, but like his fights were. There's definitely a few parts where you go, "Ooh, yeah, he's that either."
I just don't want to see anyone get to a point of Steven Seagal where they're doing a fight from a chair because they're old and tired and fat.
Well, and as you know, I mean, it's never, fight scenes are never one take. And you should do it over and over and over and over and over. Yeah, and
that's the small films, not even these fucking big ones.
right.
I'm sure is one fight is a whole fucking day.
Or a couple days, yeah. Depending on how many shots they need to get, but yeah, it's or wire work or whatever they need to do. But yeah, it's taxing. So I don't necessarily blame them, but at the same time, it's like at least I feel with Keanu Reeves, he goes, yeah, okay, well, my stunt double can do this because I mean, if you need to see my face, okay, but I would rather, maybe just having a bad day, and that's just they use the bad take his bad day was their best take, and that's what they went with.
And that I get too.
I do too.
But when you're getting up there, have the double come in. You take a seat, have a Capri Sun, some Mott's fruit snacks,
right? Which is, God, I wish I could get a stunt double. Fucking, that'd be great.
Why can't I be Balin Skull's stunt double? I'm literally perfect.
Per
People who were in the show.
Yes, you absolutely 1,000% are.
I also finally saw Godzilla Minus One.
I thought you already saw that one.
No, I didn't avoid it. I wanted to be in the right mindset for it, and then I kept putting it off too much. But I found I was like, I'm gonna watch this now, and now I'm just really mad at myself for waiting so long because fuck me.
Is it good?
Fuck me.
Good.
It's super fucking good. It is super goddamn good. It's emotional, and because it was kind of a reboot.
Right. Sure. Yeah.
It was basically the first one all over again.
Which first one? Like
the 1950 first one.
Okay. Like when you said first one, I thought you meant like the reboot of.
No, this is nobody had known Godzilla.
Matthew Broderick
came out of nowhere, destroyed stuff. He was a bad guy again, not a protector.
Okay.
And the way they did his breath was fucking insane. And this is gonna live in my head rent free, I'm pretty sure, for the rest of my life. But like as he's charging up, his like spikes start popping out growing out of his back, like popping up.
Okay.
One by one up his tail to his head, and then at the same time they all shot down, locked in. He opened up, and his fire breath shot straight out, and it created a nuclear blast where it hit. And I was like, "What the fuck was that?" It blew my fucking mind. Like the fact that they all locked in like that, like he was a fucking gun.
Right.
It was insane.
Like good. Okay.
Good.
So if you knew nothing about Godzilla, would you like this movie would explain everything?
Yeah, kind of. Because like I said, it was kind of a soft reboot of the Japanese IP of Godzilla.
That sounds like fun. I'll put that on my list. Minus one.
Yeah, because like the last one before this was Shin Godzilla, and that was very much a very old, disgruntled, I'm too old for this shit Godzilla. This was like a young up and comer Ready to fuck Godzilla.
Nice. I did watch, as I told you in the chat, I finally watched Mickey 17. Wow. That's a movie. And not in a bad way, but like it was like normally when we say that, it's like, well, it's bad.
That sure was a movie.
Not a bad way. Just like in this kind of like,
It was perplexing and it was
Yes.
ridiculous and it was very fun.
yes.
His
yes.
goofy accent. I don't know why he chose that, but it was
Right. And the only thing that I was slightly confused by was when Mickey 18 comes out and he's all angry. Like, but all the rest of them were not that.
so we didn't see a lot of the other Mickeys. We didn't see them for
true.
very long.
It's true.
He even explained, sometimes, for the most part, we're all basically the same, but sometimes Copy will come out and he will have more of a certain personality trait than I do.
Yeah.
Now, I did think it was a wild swing from one to the other, and I wish it had been a little bit more subtle, but like I get it. There is a book series I'm reading right now called We Are Legion, We Are Bob.
Sure.
And I may have even talked about it on the podcast before, but it's about this guy who signs up for a program to be basically, when he dies, have his head cut off and frozen so that they can 3D print him a new body when they have the technology for that.
Sure.
But then when he's finally thawed, that program had been undone by a conservative fascist regime because it's against God's will, and so instead he was put into like his consciousness was put into like an AI body sort of a thing, and they shoot him off into space to try and find somewhere for Earthlings to go because Earth is fucked. That old chestnut. So he keeps making copies of himself because that's his job.
Right.
And each one is still him, but a little bit different because each one has just slightly different approaches to his personality types. One is the more reclusive nerd. One is a little bit more of the puckish rogue kind of a thing. And so it's a fascinating book where it has multiple characters, but they're all the same guy. I will say my disappointment in it is that it is very much a sausage fest. Like every new character he brings in, because like there are competing countries who also sent out these same, former frozen AI sort of people, and like every single one is a dude, and like the only female characters is like a great grand niece or something like that, and like she barely talks and you only see her a couple of times, and I'm like, dude, so many of these characters could be a girl.
Right.
There's definitely some misogyny element to the author, and I'm hoping that in the later books that changes. I just finished the first one. I thought it was very good. It was well written. It was pithy, but the lack of female characters was concerning. But it's a little bit like that, I feel.
Right. Yeah.
Back to the subject. Drink.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden they're doing drugs, and I'm like, okay, okay. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh. And then all of a sudden, what's her name is like, oh, I totally know that there's two of you, and I don't care, and I want to have a three-way.
Yeah, that's
fucking. Let's live my sexual fantasy, and fuck two of you.
We were like, yeah, hell yeah, get it, girl.
Exactly. That's what I was like too. I was like, nice.
Nice.
And then the one girl's like, well, I want the one and you can have the other one. And she's like, well, okay. I liked how when they're like printing him, like he does like the back and forth, like the printer paper,
right?
The old printer paper sometimes. And then they forgot like the track. I don't know how you forget the track because it's one purpose.
Right.
And so the one lady comes out, and I was really digging the nerdy scientist girl with the glasses.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
I was like, I want more of her. In more ways than one. But yeah, it was fun. And then at the end, that was a total mind fuck.
That was very much a mind fuck.
And then you go, oh. And I ended up hating the fucking, oh God, I hated Mark Ruffalo and what's her name's characters so much.
You're supposed to. They suck.
I know, but that's just saying that they did such a good job. I fucking hate them.
Basically.
Yeah, I know. It's a Mango Mussolini. I got it. But I am glad that finally one of the characters, like in movies like that, one of the characters finally just spoke up and said, "You can't call them aliens. Like, we're the aliens. We're the ones that land. This is not our planet. You fucking dumbass. We're the aliens. They are not the invasive species. This is where they fucking were born. You dumbass." Like, and I appreciated that from not only an audience member, but as a filmmaker, where like finally the character said what the audience was thinking instead of just going, "You're dumb." They actually said what everybody was thinking. So, and she was pretty awesome. It was pretty good, but it also made a lot of sense too. Like, you have a person that's on this expeditionary mission that has to be a tester of things, and because you can't sacrifice your crew or your people that are limited.
Yeah, it was a terrifyingly good idea.
Right. And then they also explain the whole no multiples and why you can't have multiples, and it doesn't really matter anyways because you're going to die. But then somehow he had a conscience about, like, if I die now, I'm not going to wake up. And it kind of was like that paradox of, but you are. I guess you're. Like, I was like, but you are. Oh wait, no,
is
you're
that
not.
me or is that not me? Kind of a
right. Like, because before he's like, I normally when I die, I do just wake up, and now if I die, I just die because there's already another one made. So yeah, it was kind of fun. It's worth a watch, and it's on. I think it's on Amazon. I think you can buy it from, but I think it's also streaming on Paramount.
I think it's on either Paramount or HBO. I think it's on HBO.
That might be right. On one service you can pay for it, on another service that you're already paying for, you can watch it for free. So
Quote
either
unquote
way,
free.
right?
No extra charge.
Which I notice that about a lot of things now. It's because before it was either on one service and not on another, but now it seems like there's a lot of crossover. But one, you either pay for it extra, like on Prime, or
Well, Prime is kind of for quite a while been like, oh, you can just buy this movie here,
right.
because that's what we just bought Sinners and watched it again. So
right. I did think about watching that, but I didn't think I was quite in the right. Bless you.
Thank you.
Quite in the right mindset.
See, and I get that, but fuck me, is it good? It's so fucking good.
I know we gotta watch it. Anything else we've been watching? We have trailers. Definitely have trailers.
Yeah, we got some trailers.
I just want to make sure. I know he sent some stuff to fucking group. Goonies house for sale.
Goonies house is for sale. It's slightly larger than my house with one less bedroom, and it is about 6 times what I paid for my house.
And fucking, this is not anything to do with TV shows or anything, but I just heard today that Tom Felton, is that his name? Draco Malfoy is going to Broadway to play Draco Malfoy in The Cursed Child.
Oh, that's cool.
The first original cast member. So he's
That kind of sucks, but it's cool.
Right, but good for him trying something new. I don't know if he's if he does theater or not, or has done theater. As most movie actors do.
I was sad they never brought him back to Flash after his season, because I know they always bringing like a new dude.
Yeah.
To be kind of a douchebag dude every season in the Flash, and he was the dude in one of the seasons, but he had like a really good character arc of going from like kind of douchebag to like heart of gold sort of thing, and even was like it seemed like he was hooking up with Panabaker and shit, and I was really hoping they would bring him back because he fit in really well with that cast. There's really good chemistry with everyone, and I was sad that they didn't bring him back because I like him. He seems like a top marked good boy.
Right. The interview that I saw was he was announcing it and kind of saying, I let go of that character from an actor's point of view. And I'm sure you can appreciate this too, Kevin. He goes, I let go of that character 20 some odd years ago, or 16 years ago, whatever it was. And he goes, but now I'm coming back to play him, but it's adult Malfoy, which I didn't really get to explore. So I kind of get to explore that aspect. And I would be, not that I've seen the show or know anything really about the show, But it would be interesting to see like the comparison about how other actors have done this character versus how he will do the character, because he knows the character probably better than anybody, and he should. I mean, he played the young one, and now he's playing the adult one. But
Technically, he did play the adult one too.
I
The fast forward.
right.
But yeah, did you ever watch like the documentary thing about Harry Potter that was on HBO a while ago?
Yes.
Yeah, I always kind of felt bad for him because they made it very clear that he was head over heels in love with Emma, and that feeling was not reciprocated.
Yep. He got put in the friend zone. They're like, "Oh, didn't you guys have a relationship?" Like, no, we're just like friends.
It's like, no, he's like my best friend. He's like, yep, we sure are best friends. It's bestest friends forever. What do you mean? I'm like, dude, just that's life.
Right. And then the Harry Potter TV series,
Has its Tom, Dick, and Harry or whatever.
right? And Hermione's of color,
Yeah, well, olive skinned.
right? Well, of course, people are losing their shit, but who the fuck cares?
She fucking looks like they all fucking look like them. It's
Well,
will I watch it? Probably not. At least not for quite some time, and after it's come out, where viewership doesn't matter anymore.
Right.
But like, it's not that I have a hard time letting go, but I am curious, especially since they've made decisions that J.K. Rowling isn't happy with,
right,
and that tickles me.
right.
It
Same.
kind of feels like they're trying to stick it to her a little bit and take ownership into the fans,
Right.
and that I can respect.
Right.
Especially with casting Snape as a person of color, which apparently she is not thrilled by.
Right. Not at all.
She didn't mind Hermione being black because Hermione's big curly hair and
Right.
big teeth. Hermione was always kind of, Hermione was always kind of a iffy sort of character. But
Right.
Snape was always described as like this pale and
Right.
sallow skinned and greasy hair and.
Sorry.
But I also will. I want to say that Alan Rickman, while obviously being iconic as the role, is a terrible fucking casting to play Snape because he was roughly 30 years too old for the part. Because Snape was supposed to be in his early to mid 30s,
right.
not pushing 60.
Right.
The fact that a lot of the adults, especially ones who were related in some way to Harry's father and including Harry's father and mother,
right?
We're all cast way too fucking old. And it's like, I get it. You want his parents to look like his parents, even as he gets older. But like by the last movie, he should have been starting to look around their age because they were in their very early 20s. I think it even said 21, 22 when they had Harry.
Right.
They were a young married couple. Of course, that's when they're going to have a fucking baby when they're young, especially with the world going to shit around them. They're like, we want to have this joy. We want this life. Right. They had them when they were like 21.
Right.
And so they would have been in these scenes in their early 20s still, not in their 40s and 50s like the members who played them, which is why Remus and Snape and Sirius Black all would have been in their early to mid 30s at the start of this series, and about 40 by the end of it. Not in their fucking 60s. Not these old men that they got to play these parts. And I get that they wanted them to look like parental figures to these people, and that's harder to believe when people are in there. When an actor looks like he's in his late teens and their father figure is supposed to be in their early 30s, that's not as believable. I understand that, but fuck me, they were too old. Way too fucking old.
Well, that's why I'm like, so they're pretty much just retelling the same fucking story. Like, why?
But I mean that they can keep closer to the source material. They can do more of the side stories. They can do the shit with like the house elves and how much J.K. Rowling loves slavery and.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't know that I'll watch it right away, but maybe when it doesn't matter for purposes of
like the
viewership.
numbers,
yeah. So I might wait till that, because I have a feeling it'll be episodic and it'll be weekly, and I'll just wait till it's all over and just binge the whole thing at the end.
I think the final nail in the we're taking this away from J.K. Rowling would be casting Nymphadora Tonks as a trans woman.
Awesome.
Because like that was what a lot of like the trans fans before she came out, as bigoted as she was, that was a character that they held on to, because she always kind of came off as trans, because they always said that she had, you know, a little bit of a heavier jaw and was pretty, but like she could change certain features about herself because she was really
Right.
good at shape shifting. So she would just change features of herself to make her feel however she felt best that day, and I thought that was really cool, and a lot of people like hooked onto that. And even the woman they got to play her, gorgeous,
Yeah.
Game of Thrones, we love
Yeah,
her. Had a little bit of a heavier jaw, and,
Right.
I thought that was really cool. And then she was like, "No, trans women aren't women."
Would that make her like a trans furry then? If she,
No, because she didn't shapeshift into animals. She can only change like appearance things about
but she
herself.
liked an animal.
Well, she did.
I don't know how the furry thing works.
I don't either.
I'm making a bad joke.
It was a joke.
Anyways, shut up, Richard. Anyways, trailers.
Happy Gilmore 2.
Happy Gilmore 2.
Sure is sucking the cock of the first Happy Gilmore. Like
Sure
all
is.
of these legacy sequels seem to.
Yep. At least finally with Karate Kid, they finally admitted that the reboot with the new
Well, what was a reboot isn't a reboot. It's a connected sequel.
connected sequel, but they also admit the first one, he's not there's no karate in it. It's all kung fu, which is what I said when I first saw it. I said, this is not karate, this is kung fu. Should be the Kung Fu Kid.
They don't even say karate in the damn movie. This is the Kung Fu Kid.
Right. That's what they should have called it, but they did. Anyway, so, and I don't think they're doing any karate in this one either. I think it's still fucking. But Ralph Macchio got his black belt in karate finally.
Yeah, well, and if
Good for
Daniel
him.
if Daniel Sound's going to be in it, obviously we might see a little bit of karate. But I think what they're trying to do is basically say that, you know, Pat Morita and Jackie Chan's characters, since they knew each other and kind of grew up together, and that their styles sort of affected each other, so that, you know, his kung fu actually had influences of karate in it. I think that's how they're like wibbly wobblying it, and you know what, I'm all right with it.
I know, but yeah,
Jaden's gonna show up.
No, well, because they are.
Better question: do you think Hilary Swank's gonna show up?
No. Well, that's 50-50. You know, you kind of have a toss up between who's going to get the cameo. Like, they haven't mentioned it, and it seems like they're bringing back everybody else, except for Pat Morita, obviously, because that'd be weird because he's dead. Yeah.
Unless they use that ooby dooby Star Wars magic,
right. I would say we have a better chance of getting some Elizabeth Shue than we do Hilary Swank.
Or I'd say the gala from Karate Kid 2. She's been on like a lot of stuff lately.
Oh yeah, she's awesome.
She was in that that Godzilla show.
Yeah.
Megatron. The fuck was it called? Mammoth Malcontent. The fuck was that Godzilla show called? It was about the company that's like handling all the Titan stuff in the American Godzilla universe. Why am I fucking blanking on the name?
Megatropolis? I don't know.
Oh, fucking.
She was. I loved her. I as a kid, she made me feel weird things in my body parts. That. How do you explain it? In my youth, she woke in my man. I don't know.
Your sexual awakening.
Thank you. Yes. She's,
Monarch.
Monarch. There it is.
Wally. It was Wally. But yeah, Monarch.
But yeah, Happy Gilmore 2. I don't know that I'll see it in the theater.
It's not even going to be in the theaters.
Oh, that's right. It's coming to Netflix.
It's Netflix, because Adam Sandler has a Netflix exclusivity deal. That's why all of his movies have been Netflix movies.
I'll probably watch it.
I probably will too.
And
it's not going to be good.
I know, and I'm going into that, but like I already hear my one buddy who he hates things that when they do things like this, like, I want it to be exactly like the first one. It's not gonna be. It's not gonna be the first one. I don't think it'll be as funny or as original, and I think that's the problem is that it was just so original and so out there.
It's so weird that it seems like Ben Stiller is playing kind of the main bad guy in it.
Yeah,
Like his goofy, barely there character in the first one, who just showed up sometimes and was a funny dickhead.
yeah,
Like to the point where like you don't realize it's Ben Stiller until you know.
right.
Wacky mustache. It seems like he's gonna be like the main
Main bad guy. Yeah,
Julie Bowen aged real nice though.
sure did. Yeah, we'll see what happens with it.
It seems like is she gone or is she dead? Because it seems like she's not there.
I think she might be dead, or gone, or
What
divorced.
about these legacy sequels and killing off the
Lazy writing for getting rid of a character that the actor or actress didn't want to come back and do again.
but she's in it.
Oh,
She's in it.
I don't
Like
know.
because you see her in like it's either a flashback or he's going back to his happy place where she was in the laundry in the first one. Yeah, especially with Shooter McGavin, he just grabs like a full handful of that ass. He gets in there.
Sure does.
He goes
Beat.
pretty sure he third base that girl's vagina.
Probably. I don't know. Maybe it is his happy
There's
place.
a different third base.
Maybe-
I don't know why I qualified.
Maybe she is
vagina.
only in his happy place. I don't know. Or maybe she had scheduling conflicts, so
Yeah,
she
maybe.
only be in short periods of time. Also, speaking of things that are continuing, King of the Hill is coming back.
Yeah, it sure is.
But it's not a continuation. I mean, it's a
It's a
continuation,
continuation.
but it's older. They're older. Like Bobby's like
It's-
college
it-
age,
It is very specific, a continuation that's been as long as it's been since,
right? And
finished.
and what's his name? Fucking got shot.
Yeah.
Fucking weird ass.
in a hate crime.
And a total hate crime. Fucking bullshit.
For those who don't know, the man who played the Native American neighbor who was absolutely the father to Dale's son, and it was not subtle, and he's an idiot. The voice actor was just recently shot.
Yeah.
He lived with his husband in a neighborhood where they did not like having a gay couple, and their neighbor took and beheaded their dog, left the dog's head in their mailbox. When they found said dog's head in their mailbox, they obviously had a little mental breakdown over that. And while they were mourning and freaking out about finding their dog's head in the mailbox, the neighbor came up to them and shot them. The husband survived. He did not. I hope that man is sent straight to hell.
Yeah.
And that whole street can be razed to the ground for all I care.
Yeah. Where's I had this how do I say this? I had this I don't know if it's called an epiphany or whatever, but it was definitely a mental conversation in my own head because I was forced to go to a church. I was forced to go to church. Well, I wasn't forced. I went because my mom did a special mass for my dad at a church that I haven't been to in over 20 years. Sure. And I'm raised Catholic, no longer practicing Catholic, and I struggle with my beliefs in religion, and I don't know if I'd call myself an atheist or I don't know what I would call myself, but I definitely question a lot of things, and just listening to like priest talk and all this back and forth bullshit that they do in church just again made me go, you believe in a God or you believe in a religion, regardless of how open they are to accepting everybody. And that's great. You know, the church that I go to is very accepting to anybody and everybody, and they don't care who you are, what your sexual orientation is, what you identify as. All they care is that you're there to worship the Lord or find solace in a community, right? So I that's one of the reasons I do like that church if I were to continue church, but I don't. But anyways, but like I was thinking about this whole thing, like if you believe in a God, but like if this God is so great and you're like, oh, God is great, God is glorious, blah, 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 and all the shit that you say.
He's an awesome God, he reigns. from heaven above.
Right. That this shit happens.
Yeah.
To good people for no reason.
Mhm.
And you allow evil to fucking reign. And you allow there's no combat for evil or things that are currently happening in our world. You allow these evil people to do these evil things with no like opposite of that where good people are doing great things over the evil things or stopping the bad things. And I said, how can you believe in a God that is like that? So then that must mean, in my interpretation, that God is, and the people will be like, oh, free will. Fuck you. And your fucking free will. Or Satan and blah, blah, blah. No, I don't believe that one either. It's, what you're saying is God is great. He's not great because he's allowing this shit to happen. And if he's so great. Anyway, sorry. I don't know why I got on that tangent. I apologize.
Because of what happened to the fucking email. Right. We are a game of The Sims that God has forgotten about. The save file has been untouched since
We found a new game to play.
1433.
We found a new game to play.
Tainted Grail, Fall of Avalon. He's playing that now. And so am I. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit.
You sure will.
So anyway, yeah, King of the Hill.
King of the Hill.
Bobby looks way older. Peg looks way older. Hank looks exactly the fucking same.
Right. Obviously, Brittany Murphy's not a part of it, so I'm wondering what they're going to do with her character.
Well, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be interesting to kind of see where they're at with that.
Wicked, the second half of Wicked just got a dropped trailer.
They're dead.
Her outfit is a fucking drip. We only saw Dorothy and the gang as like an overpassing in the first one, and this one you really see them. And in the stage play, you don't really see them. She's always like just leaving, or like somebody's talking at her from off stage, that kind of a thing.
Or a shadow.
It's like, oh, okay, bye, have fun. She's an idiot. She's gonna die. That's the dumbest girl I've ever met in my life. That kind of thing. It was always very funny. But this one, like, you fucking see her at the wizard place, and you're like, oh, holy shit, that's the Cowardly Lion is an actual lion. And
yeah, all of them. Yeah. So,
well, because I mean, if you've seen Wicked, you know who the Straw Man and the Tin Man are, and Scarecrow, not Straw Man. You know who they are, and as related to.
I played the Tin Man
these characters.
Wizard of Oz once.
I always wanted to play the Cowardly Lion.
Really, you would have been a great Cowardly Lion.
Thank you. I feel like I would. I can even do the thing. So
yeah, I was the only male. The Cowardly Lion, the Scarecrow, obviously Dorothy. All played by females.
Oh yeah, it's that's kind of the thing of like, especially like high school, but like
it's
high school and community theater.
It was children's theater.
Yeah, definitely always been more
older children's theater.
Yeah, always been. It's always very easy to get girls and very difficult to get guys.
We had a great cast. I mean, it was a lot of fun. But we stuck more to the original. It was a rewrite of The Wizard of Oz, but it was more to the original text. To the point where like my song was about how I became the Tin Man, which was I fell in love with a Munchkin girl, and the witch found out and didn't like it, and enchanted my axe, and I chopped off all my body parts, which had to be replaced by tin. And that's how I became the Tin Man.
Fucking brutal.
Which is in the story, which is the actual story, right? So there you go. If you didn't know that,
that's not what happens in Wicked.
Which is not what happens in Wicked. Didn't they? No, they didn't. I thought for some odd reason that they mentioned it briefly, but anyways, they kind of do. They reference it because it's no.
The Tin Man is the Munchkin in Wicked, and the Scarecrow is Handsome Man.
Yeah,
Bach is the Tin Man.
Yeah.
Or do I have that backwards?
No,
that's yeah.
Maybe
in his heart because he's mad about your sisters, the Wicked Witch of the East, etc.
Right. Anyways, spoiler alert. Spoiler. I still haven't seen the first one. I should watch it.
Still haven't watched what?
The first half of Wicked. I know, and I
saw it a week before everyone else.
It's a musical that I do really enjoy. I've heard the soundtrack, and I think both Ariana Grande and
I was not expecting Ariana to be that fucking good. Really? She was incredible.
I kind of figured it was. I mean, not to like She's played similar-ish characters.
She has. I mean, it's not even that far from some of the characters she used to play on Disney. But
That's
still,
what I was.
but still, like Elphaba and Galinda have like these great big personalities that are tricky to capture. And I really feel that even though Galinda is similar to other roles Ariana's played, she really brought out the full Galinda-iness of her, with like her little hair flips and her like doe-eyed blank stare kind of a thing. She absolutely crushed it. I was very concerned about her being cast, and all of my worries were put to rest. She annihilated.
It wasn't a matter of singing; it was a matter of acting, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, and I knew she could act because that's where she started off
Yeah.
as acting. But it was, it's a very big part. And there's a video I saw online months and months ago, and that was of her getting the acceptance call to be Galinda, and she just started bawling, and she's like, "I'm going to take such good care of this character. I won't let you down, I promise." And I'm like, "Well, shit, she did. She took really good care of the character." And
and it helps too that the her and
Cynthia Erivo,
thank you,
have great fucking chemistry.
Yes,
they really do.
Yeah, and I think that helps a lot, because if they didn't, then you'd be like,
yeah, you can tell they adore each other.
Absolutely,
and it comes out on screen.
Well, yeah, and I mean, even at was it the Oscars? Yeah, where she was singing, where they were singing, and then Ariana just kind of bowed out and just let her do her thing, and was just like, you could just in the background when you could see her, she was just in admiration of Cynthia and just being like, I can't believe I get to see her. Like you could see it, like her. She's like, I can't believe I get to share a stage with this woman, and this
is a girl
amazing,
who has gold and, if I'm not mistaken, platinum fucking records.
Absolutely, yeah. And it just it's just So good for them. I will watch it eventually. And then I feel we're missing some trailers.
I mean, there was a new Fantastic Four that we got a little bit more of Galactus. We've seen they've also released some images where we finally saw his face, and he looks like
Galactus.
Well, no, the guy who's doing the voice.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why I can't think of his name right now. Greatest voice on the face of the fucking planet. Green Knight from Green Knight.
He's in the. I didn't know he was doing the voice.
Yeah, he's Galactus, and his voice is incredible.
Green Knight movie was horrible. We've talked about that before.
Yeah, I vehemently disagree with you. While it definitely broke away from the original story, because the story of the Green Knight has a much happier ending.
Yeah,
I thought it was an absolute feast for the eyes. I really like the director, and
I thought it was visually great. But
I'm also obsessed with Arthurian shit, so I'm
fair enough.
A little easier to please when it comes to that. Though I can be very critical of it too. But like that King Arthur movie that Guy Ritchie did with what's his face from Sons of Anarchy and Pacific Rim.
Oh, yeah, that one. Yep.
It's not a good movie.
No.
It was, however, a fun movie.
It was fun. I liked that.
I liked the magic.
Yeah.
The magic was really well done.
The
fights were cool.
Remake.
The soundtrack was great. End of list that were good about that movie.
Like the Robin Hood remake with
with Eggsy from fucking Kingsman. Yeah. That too was it was just that gritty reboot time. I need another like good King Arthur movie, and I'm going to tell you why.
Please do.
So I've been playing this game. I've actually been playing like 17 games, and I keep bouncing between them. But I found one that has been holding my attention. Besides Clair Obscura Expedition 33, which is definitely going to win Game of the Year. It's Tainted Grail, Fall of Avalon.
Tainted Grail.
Which I found is based on a tabletop RPG that it's meant for like small groups, and it has like cards and tokens, and it's a set story that you can mesh a little bit, but it goes very specific places. So it's something you can even play alone because you just follow the narration. But it is very much Skyrim, It is legally distinct Skyrim because it has a lot of the same visuals. Like the lock picking mini game is the exact same, but it is Arthurian, like a dark Arthurian game mixed with Celtic mythologies,
Okay.
which are two of my favorite like settings.
Right.
I love Arthurian shit, and I love the Celtic mythos. And it's very dark. It's very gothic. It's obviously it's a either first or third person RPG. But they even say when you go into third person for the first time, they're like, this game is meant to be played first person. We did do third person for accessibility reasons, but it can be kind of janky. So don't yell at us. We're still working on it. But it's like as I'm going through the story, like it's 600 years after the death of Arthur.
Okay.
But every 100 years or so, when the world starts going to shit again, necromancers raise him from the dead to beat up the evil. But like each time, he's getting a little kookier and a little more mad lad.
We were like, stop raising me from the Christ. Could I
Because
sleep?
Merlin was trying to work on like immortality and
Right.
It's you can come across statues of famous knights of the round table, like I found Bors, I found Tristan, I found a statue of Nimue, Dagonet the Jester Knight, because it's the correct Dagonet, not the one that was in that Keira Knightley King Arthur movie, which sucks, but I still like.
I just hate it too, but it's fun.
It is fun. It's
And
stupid,
it's got
but
Ray
it's fun.
Stevens in it.
It does have Ray Stevens in it. As Dagonet, the
As
very
Dagonet.
unjester knight.
Very
The man had no funny bone.
Not one.
But yeah, you can find all these little lore things, and I had to fight Galahad the 15th or whatever like that, and he's a piece of shit. Sucks. And I had no qualms in absolutely decimating that motherfucker and stealing his armor. I came across the spirit of Lancelot, the original Lancelot, and I was terrified because I thought I was gonna have to fight him. Because I'm like, he's gonna ruin me. Because I had to fight his ghost squires, and they were giving me business. So I'm like, I'm not ready for this. When I go up to him, and he was just sad, and he wanted your help, and you had to go into the dark realm to
fight your ghost squires if you just wanted my help.
Because they were protecting his tomb. They didn't know you were suck. It's like the thing is that King Arthur's spirit is inside of you.
Yeah.
And you're helping kind of either bring him back for one more go or cleanse his spirit. And, you get a choice of what you do with him.
Right.
Make sure he doesn't turn into a psychopath. But if he does, then you have to fight him. That sounds like it's going to suck. But so, Lancelot's like, I failed Arthur. I'm cursed with my shame. And I don't know if he can ever forgive me for what I did. That kind of a thing.
Right.
And so you have to go into the spirit realm to he's like, find my sword. If you can bring it back, I can be free. So you go in there and you find his sword, but it's embedded in himself. And so you have to pull it out, and that's when everything kind of clears up, and you come back, and then he's like, oh, thank you. You have my sword, and here's my armor. And I'm like, Lancelot gave me a sword and armor. And it's gorgeous. It's fucking beautiful armor. It's got these halo spikes on it and shit.
Right. So he killed himself?
Yes. Because he was
sad boy.
Because he thought he failed Arthur, and you talk to Arthur afterwards. He's like, he does not need my forgiveness. I will always forgive him. He's Lancelot. He's my boy. He's my dog.
He banged my wife,
woof.
but whatever.
Well, Arthur banged his half sister. What are you going to do?
It's tit for tat, I guess.
Exactly.
Or tit for tit, I guess, is the case where.
And so he's like, he didn't fail me. I forgive him always, kind of a thing. And it was a really good moment. And Lancelot is, he's fucking love Lancelot. And so being able to not having to fight him and helping him instead. And I found Percival's descendant, who had been cursed by the All-Mother, and I had to fight her and free her spirit. And because Percival's descendant was a girl who was wearing an incredibly slutty knight outfit, because she was more magic-y, but she dual-wielded two-handed swords, which I can't even fucking do. That feels unfair. But I did give her the business. Yeah, I'm about 2/3 through it.
Okay.
It's a very, very big game. And I'm enamored.
Is it open world or is it kind of
Open world, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like Skyrim, so whatever
Okay.
you see, you can go. And there's lots of secrets to find and tombs to bury up, and there's Fae and this merchant who kind of follows you around, and he's like, "I am definitely a human," and you're like, "You sure are a human, little guy. Good for you." He's like, "You're my favorite human, also human." I'm like, "Oh, you're bad at this." But he's, he sells you cool shit. And he's like, "You can sell me anything you want. I'll buy whatever, as long as it's not a weapon made of iron. Not for any reason. I just don't like it. I'm definitely not magically allergic to it or anything like that." And it's like, oh, it's this fucking guy. I love him. He has one of those unpronounceable old Gaelic names, and
Right. Nice.
like 57 letters, but it's probably just like Kaner.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah, I'm having a real good time with it.
Yeah,
It's dark and it's difficult. It's like I said, it's very Skyrim, but with like just a hint of Dark Souls.
Right.
Like you can only level up at like campfires and but like there's no death penalty, so like when you die, you don't have to go get your body back to reclaim your XP, which is the thing I hate most about Souls like. So
Yeah. Okay. So I guess we're moving on to nerd grabs.
yeah, let's move on to nerd. Grabs.
By the way, we will be doing a happy ending of Thunderbolts finally.
Yeah,
Megan probably still hasn't seen it, but she's not
he
here.
hasn't. I double checked with her.
Oh, nice.
I'm like, you had one job.
One job. Well, she's filling in for Rob, so or took over for Rob.
She's doing the job admirably.
Right. So we'll be doing that after Nerd Grabs. So Nerd Grabs, real quick. Obviously, we started that with having video games. What else? What other Nerd Grabs? She brought a big box here.
I did. You had talked about wanting it, so I brought you. I just don't have room for it, and it doesn't really go with anything else I have. So it's the helmet of Cobra Commander.
Oh, you really were bringing me a helmet.
Yeah.
Oh.
it is for you.
Oh, I didn't know that. Why did you? Well, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I think it has the top of the stand. I just found the base for it, so the base isn't in there, but I'll bring that to you.
Okay.
Because it has like the Cobra symbol on it.
I mean, it doesn't fit in your aesthetic.
It's just like I mostly have Marvel, and I have a couple of video game ones, and I have Star Wars. I don't have a lot of helmets that aren't either from like a collection of video game that I have other stuff for, or comic book, or and so it doesn't go with the rest of it. And while I figured you might want it.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah.
There's a new G.I. Joe comic cartoon out there that is, I'm guessing it's for teens-ish, young adults. Very violent, and they kill off a lot of main character G.I. Joe characters.
Sick. I might watch that.
It's poorly written. It's horribly written.
Damn it.
But yeah,
Not
watch
as good as the He-Man continuation.
it's worse.
What do you mean worse? The He-Man continuation fucking rules.
I know it rules, but the G.I. Joe one sucks balls.
Yeah. Well, but you said worse as if the He-Man one is bad.
Oh, sorry. No, I meant worse. Like I would rather certainly He-Man's way up here. The new G.I. Joe's like down here somewhere.
Understood.
Below the table.
I get you. Yeah. Well, that sucks. You got me excited for a second.
Well, watch it and you tell me what you think of it. Because they definitely don't care about character or story. It kind of reminds me, it's like a modern version of the old one where they shoot a million times and they don't hit shit. But that was like the 80s cartoon all along. So maybe I was just hoping for a little bit more. But yeah, they kill fucking lead G.I. Joes left and right. So,
well, hell, the movies killed off Duke like he didn't matter.
yeah, he came back.
No, he didn't. He was just in flashbacks. As a matter of fact, he was supposed to be in even less of the movie, but they had to re-film some scenes to put him in more of it. And you can tell, too.
In the original G.I. Joe cartoon?
No. I'm talking about the movies. The shitty movies with like The Rock and the first one with Marlon Wayans.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, the bad ones.
The live action ones.
Yeah, the god-awful ones.
Sorry, I thought you were talking about the original animated with fucking Cobra.
They've all been bad.
Shut up. The original animated one was awesome.
No, I'm talking the movies.
Oh,
the live-action movies have all been bad.
Yes,
the first one was god-awful. The second one was
horrible.
A little better. A little better. It was a little better.
It had what's her name from not Galaxy Quest.
Star Trek.
No. Star Trek the Orville. Had the
Oh yeah, it sure did. Yeah.
She played Scarlet.
And then Snake Eyes, you and I saw together, and it was awful. It was god awful. As a matter of fact, the best G.I. Joe movie so far has been the last Transformers.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Anywho, so I got the Balin skull, and I think I talked about this in the last podcast too.
Yeah.
But I didn't receive it yet.
Yeah.
But I did get the new Balin skull and Shinha T sabers. They're fucking great. The Shinha T one is super light in like a good way.
Right.
They did come with their own blades because, as it turns out, the leads are switched because they are. Because they're actually orange, like they're more orange than they are in the show. Like we're talking like orange, not like the blood orange.
Right.
These are fucking orange.
Okay.
And the regular Disney blades can't do that unless you take them apart and disconnect one of the LED leads. You can kind of hack them to turn orange, but then they'll only be able to turn orange, red, and like a weird blue.
Interesting.
Yeah, Blake knows how to do it.
Of course he does. Smart like that.
Well, that you look at it. But yeah, so it's something you can do. You just have to hack it. But I think basically these blades are hacked to do that. And so the leads are on the opposite side. So I didn't realize they came with blades. So I tried putting one of the regular Disney blades in it, and it you could hear it, but when the lights wouldn't turn on, I was like, oh shit. So I get fucking rejects sabers, and so I pulled open the rest of the box, and there were the blades, and they say Balin skull and Shinha T on them. I'm like, oh, these are special. So yeah, they're very orange. They're very cool, and
yeah,
they're Disney blades. They don't do much other than light up, but
yeah,
which you know full well because you have one over there too.
I sure do.
And then the other thing I got is I ordered some contacts from Cole Eyes, which I had been seeing a lot of ads for, so I figured I would try them out.
You're currently wearing them.
I am currently wearing them. I'm wearing some kind of golden Cullen vampire colored ones.
Yeah.
We are not sponsored by Cole Eyes, but I might have you put a little hashtag on it anyway because I want them to hear this.
Right. These are prescription?
They are prescription. They are my prescription.
Okay.
They took well over a month to get here. The green ones aren't as bad because I got purple, yellow, and green.
Okay.
Because this year I've decided that Jacob is going to have heterochromia. So I'm going to wear one of my normal contacts so that my eye is blue, and then I'm going to wear a green one in my other eye.
Okay.
The green one is not as bad. The yellow one isn't quite as bad as the purple one, but it's still noticeable. The color goes into the pupil too much. It is not the measurement that it says it is, which is 8.5 or whatever.
Yeah,
the normal pupil measurement.
Yeah.
So it clouds my vision a little bit with the color, which is not fun.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Like I said, the green one is not as bad because it's a very, very light green, so I can barely see it. But with these yellow ones and the purple ones especially, it is cloudy. And like I get used to it after a while, but like I can still see it sometimes when I talk. Basically, when I think about it, I'm like, oh yeah, there it is again. So yeah, it took a really long time to get here. They need to open up the pupil a little bit more for where the color sits, but I also probably just have really big pupils because I have really shitty light filters. My eyes absorb way too much light. But yeah, they're pretty comfortable. Yeah. And I think if the color wasn't seeping into the pupil part as much as it does, they would be great. Because I had those Darth Maul ones for the longest time, and those I could only wear those like maybe for an hour. But I've had these on since I got here.
Yeah,
I literally put them on in the car and then came up.
Yeah,
and they're comfortable. It's just I noticed the haze of golden amber. So that's kind of a bummer.
Are they expensive?
Kinda.
Yeah.
But I will say that one contact lasts a year, and that is pretty cool because normally it's like monthly or bi-weekly. Right. These are supposed to be good for a year. We'll see. So two contacts last the whole year, and my prescription is the same now. So
is it they last a year if you wear them every day, or?
Yeah, they said if you, but I mean, you're not supposed to wear colored contacts that often,
right?
But like before they start to like break down, it's supposed to be a year.
Which is funny because I used to, I don't remember when it was. Probably before I met you, but I used to wear blue contacts because I was obsessed with fucking Underworld. I don't know why. Well, and so my whole family has blue eyes except for me. I have brown eyes. I'm the youngest. I don't understand how that works. Anyways,
Genetics, am I right?
I'm yeah, right. So, yeah, for a long period of time, I wore blue ones, and I wore them all the time, and probably longer than I should have. And I think at one point I did dye my hair like a dark brown, almost black.
That's hilarious.
Well, I was dumb. I wanted to be a vampire, I guess. I don't know. Or just wanted to have, what's her name? Be a vampire.
Yeah, Kate Beckinsale.
Kate Beckinsale, turn me into a vampire. Anything else for nerd crabs? Sorry.
No, I mean that's basically it. I almost bought a Switch 2 today, but I talked myself out of it.
That's good.
I can't guarantee that I might not go back and get it.
It's just to buy a new helmet.
No. Yes.
Yes, you did. You texted me and was like, I can't decide.
Oh yes. You're right. I apologize. I did get a new helmet.
I was like,
I couldn't decide.
because you couldn't decide. I was like, buy them all. A horrible influence. Buy them all.
Yeah. So I was trying to decide between a couple helmets, either the Armorer or why am I blanking now? The Armorer, Scout Trooper, or the one I ended up getting, and now I'm
Darth Raven.
or Darth Revan. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I was blanking on that because that's the one I got. So I ended up getting Darth Revan. And it's funny because that one's a Jazzwares. It's officially licensed by Disney, and it was even on their site for a little while, but it's not in the Disney store anymore, which sucks because when it was on the Disney store, it was like cheaper than it's currently being sold everywhere else.
Right.
But it's basically a Mandalorian helmet
Yeah.
with a Darth Revan motif. So obviously it's just got the one eye slit, which is near impossible to see out of, and it came with like a little hood and. But it's cool. It's cool to have a full
Looks neat.
Revan mask because Revan is the shit. Apparently, they're also coming out with a Jedi Revan one too, so be on the lookout for that.
Really?
Yeah, the white one.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get a biker scout helmet eventually when the patch is
No,
up.
it's like my favorite Stormtrooper helmet.
But I want to make sure that it opens the right way. Like I want to make sure
It does. It opens.
Why not? I want to make sure that when I buy one, that's what I buy. You and I have this unhealthy obsession with helmets.
It's true.
What was the other one? At the end of Andor, which I think we talked about maybe, but maybe not. But they have that at the end of the last episode or whatever, and they show Andor in his house. It's a little hot and it's raining. And there's a close up of his helmet, his X-wing helmet.
Yeah.
Which clearly is his helmet.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe his wife's. Probably his. I would imagine it was his. I don't know. Because you never see him fly an X-Wing, but he's a pilot, so he probably did. Anyways, if they ever come out with one of those, I'm definitely buying it. Because it looked badass. Because I think after that episode came out, and I didn't want to spoil it for you, so I'd ask. I was like, did you see it already? You're like, yeah. I'm like, all right, good. I sent you a picture. I'm like, I want this helmet.
Because they also had a really good view of a Temple Guard helmet.
Yeah.
One of Queen Amidala's ceremonial headgears.
Star Killer base fucking armor, which
Well, that they didn't really show as much this time, but they had shown last season a lot.
they did.
Like there was a brief glimpse of it, but not as good as last season's. The skull of a Gungan.
It sure did, and the mask of Plo Koon.
Yep.
So well, maybe it wasn't exactly a Plo Koon, but it
You know, somebody did a side by side. I'm pretty sure it's Plo's.
yeah, they got an interesting. They have an interesting collection of shit because you would think that Plo Koon, if you remember, was blown up in a spaceship over a city. So
who found that thing?
Right.
And how did he get his grubby mitts on it?
Well, somebody sold them.
The Force.
Well, he seemed to have a lot of like Jedi.
Also, his fucking spaceship with the fucking lightsaber turret thing he had.
Oh, man.
God, his spaceship ruled. I'm sad we didn't get to see it do more shit in this season.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because somebody had said that they thought the real operator, the real boss was the girl, not him. That she was really in charge and he was no. Well, you never know. And then also I didn't realize that the waif girl is what's her name that's in the later ones.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Because after you watch Andor 2, if you watch Rogue One, it hits way different. And then you realize all the connections. And then I realized that what's her name was that lady who that tells Ray that Leia's dead. That lady.
I mean, it's been insinuated that's her, but I don't think that's been confirmed.
Well, they have the same name.
Do they? I thought they didn't.
Good. They do. Or maybe she changes her name. I don't know. But yeah, I thought that was her. That's who they were implying it was. While you look that up, I'm going to talk about my nerd grab real quick. So
Yeah, you do that.
Fucking drink. Episode's running long, surprisingly, for the two of us.
Right?
Yes, I did finally get a lightsaber. I got Saul's.
Finally got a lightsaber. He doesn't have any of those.
I meant because I was planning to buy it earlier, but then stuff happened and I couldn't. And then I had a little bit of extra money. And it was a fucking insane deal because it's Saul's lightsaber from Acolyte, which is brand new on the Disney Store. And when it first came out, it was only $160, which typically new lightsabers, especially on the Disney Store, are not $160. Usually the $160 ones are reserved for lightsabers that are going out of style that they're trying to get rid of because they want to push in new lightsabers, such as the one I'm currently holding. It's as Kevin and I have both stated, it's a good, they're getting better with their weight of their lightsabers, so it definitely has a good weight to it. It's a lot lighter than my Qui-Gon Jinn one, which I also bought actually in Disney. But they just have a stupid little side switch instead of having an actual actuator switch. But it does, if you flip it up, it turns to blue. And it, again, like most Disney sabers, it doesn't do much. But then if you flip it down, it goes to red. So it is a multicolored one. I think their first multicolored one.
Other than like the Savi's ones that you have to change with a crystal, I think it is.
Right. And which, by the way, I should order the Gen 2 crystals. But it does take a regular blade from Savi's workshop. Or from this Jedi, any other Star Wars blades. Because I put in my Qui-Gon Jinn one, and it did it just fine, which is pretty cool because, obviously you put it into Qui-Gon's and it's green. And it's a pretty neat saber. It's I like the detail, the aging they did on it, the tip of it where the blade is looks like it's kind of like been affected by heat. Because obviously it's...
Yeah, I like that detail. It's the coloring and weathering they did on it is very, very cool. And like all the sabers tend to have like a metal shell to them, but this one is really metally.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's very metally. I just realized on the inside they could have done it on the inside, but whatever. Small details. But the weathering and like we were just saying is pretty cool. Like, because obviously they're still early in the lightsaber building, and maybe he did something where his blade gets just a little hot and it melts it a little bit, but it's very, very cool. Nicely balanced. Haven't really swung it around too much, but I think that's it for nerd grabs for me. Yes. Yes, that's it for nerd grab.
All right, well, shall we end this bitch and move on to our spoilers, whatever.
Happy ending
Yes,
for Thunderbolts?
Yeah.
Yes, we should. All right, this has been episode Best Threesome Ever, episode 186, brought to you by Jaybird Wines. I'm Nick.
And I'm Kevin.
All right. And I'm... I'll see you shortly for the spoilers, sort of. If not, we will see you next time.
Welcome to Best Threesome Ever's Happy Ending, a spoilerific review of whatever movie we just saw, where we discuss all the things that got us there.
All right, and welcome back for Happy Ending here.
Not spoilers, sort of. That's your other show.
Totally is. Happy Ending for Thunderbolts. We're going to spoil the shit out of Thunderbolts. So if you haven't seen it, please don't listen to this part. Or if you don't care about fucking spoilers, listen. Thunderbolts.
What a surprisingly intricate movie about clinical depression.
Right. I also felt rethinking about it a little bit more that they followed what they were trying to do with in a different mindset, in a different clinical setting, literally and figuratively. What they were trying to do with New Mutants.
Yeah, a little bit.
But this one was a lot more successful.
Yeah, they actually did what New Mutants tried to do.
Right. And well, now that New Mutants is no longer a thing, which is unfortunate. I don't even know if they even technically still exist in the MCU universe, which I hope they do.
I mean, of all of the New Mutants, I really hope they keep Anya Taylor-Joy in Magic,
Right.
because she was perfect.
She was perfect. Definitely see her making a cameo here shortly. And then they're bringing everybody else back. Why not not bring her back? Yeah. So, what a walk down. For and if you don't have depression, you will after you watch this film, and not in a bad way because they do explain it.
Not in a bad way.
It, like you won't like actually have depression, but you'll better understand it. I would hope because they really do a really good job of. I think Florence Pugh fucking just killed it.
I hear she has to go to a chiropractor because of fucking carrying this movie on her back the entire time. She was incredible. I wasn't
Yeah.
sure how I'd feel about her basically being the lead of a Marvel movie because she's a phenomenal actress. I absolutely love her. She was amazing in fucking Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
Midsummer is incredible. So we know that she knows how to be a lead. It's just with her fake accent and goofy demeanor, I wasn't sure how she would do, but she was the heart and soul of this film. I was correct in my prediction that that Taskmaster was going to be dealt with at the beginning, which is fine.
I was kind of sad about that.
It's I feel nothing about it. I like what they did with the character. I love Olga Kurylenko.
I'm sad in the fact that they built in Black Widow. They built her up and freed her and worked so hard to free her, and then all of a sudden,
Boom, dead.
boom, dead. Like we didn't get enough chance to really experience.
I think it's because they had to kill somebody.
Probably.
And that was who they went with. And I feel like a lot of the fan ire has a lot to do with that. So maybe they'll do the other Taskmaster and be more accurate to the character in the comics. I don't care about that as much. I thought she was fine as Taskmaster. But I had a feeling, and that was correct. Because she was barely in some of the promotional stuff. And so it sort of seemed like that's what was going to happen. And plus her not being in the roll credits for Doomsday sort of confirmed that.
Yeah.
So one could even argue that that the chairs of Doomsday was sort of a spoiler for it because you knew who was going to live and who wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
It was interesting seeing two children of former big deal, sort of almost heartthrob actors of yesteryear go toe to toe.
Yeah.
Minnie Russell and Minnie Pullman.
Mm-hmm.
Pullman, fucking
Yeah.
I was very impressed with him. It was his speech about basically what it feels like to be Sentry versus the Void.
Yeah.
Some days I feel invincible, like I'm on top of the world, and some days it's like a shadow takes over. I'm like, fuck, that's how it is. And and his version of depression was very similar to mine, where mine is hopelessness and worthlessness, where I don't feel like I'm good enough. I don't feel like I matter.
Yeah.
And so that was a lot of that hit home. And I think that's why of all of the post Endgame films, this one is very much up there for me.
Yeah.
And I'm sad that it didn't do well in the box office because it deserved to. I'm not worried about Fantastic Four. I think Fantastic Four is going to do just fine.
Yeah, if people go, I mean, people are still not going out to theaters as much as they used to.
Yeah, they're really not. It's people go out for special events now, and not like they used to.
That's sad.
It is because there's a lot of movies that deserve your attention and deserve that money, and I'll keep saying Sinners until the day I die.
Right, and deserve to be seen on the big screen.
They do, and Sinners is fucking one of them. This is one of them, and there was a moment that I was like, did they just fucking do that in this movie? And I kind of wish we had seen it in IMAX because I feel like it would have been gut wrenching. And that was that little girl who they work so hard to save, and because it's at a point in the movie where you don't know what's happening to these people who are becoming part of the shadow, because it looks like he's just basically Thanosing them. He's just they're like these imprints on the ground, like you would see with like an Iron Man 3 with the shadows of the people who are in the bomb.
Right.
It was very much like that. And so you just see these, as you know, once he becomes the Void, murdering people en masse. And they're these wackadoos who none of them have particularly super powers. Like we have two Captain Americas, we have Black Widow, we have
Bucky.
Well, I guess I should say 3 Captain Americas. Speaking of power, we have 3 Captain Americas. We have a Shadow Cat, and we have a Black Widow. That's the team.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of diversity in power sets. Nobody can go toe to toe with that. We don't have a Thor. We don't have a Captain Marvel. We don't even have an Iron Man.
Nobody can fly. None of them can fly.
None of them can fly. And the only one who can is the bad guy. And a good guy. He's both.
Right.
And so it becomes overcoming the villain instead of which I also appreciated, because so many of these Marvel movies are just the same on opposite sides of a coin, and it doesn't matter what superpowers they have, it comes down to a punch off.
Right.
It's so boring. But this one, the action scenes, holy shit.
They're great.
Long cuts, not cut to death like so many fucking Marvel movies are.
Right.
Like clear, concise action where you know where everyone is at any given time. It's so rare for a Marvel movie since some of the first ones. I was astounded, especially because like she even got like a little hallway scene, but it was like this top down, like we were watching a fucking video game. It was brilliantly done.
Yeah.
But it's they had to overcome evil with the power of friendship, and I was okay with that. It was a little more unique. It was It was heartfelt. You felt like there were stakes. You really, despite seeing the Doomsday cast, you really didn't know who was going to be okay.
Right. Well, and not only that, but like we'd said before, like what they did with the New Mutants, where it wasn't about brute strength in this one or fighting or anything. It was going in and having to work together inside the mind of, or the underworld of, where the Void sent them, I guess, to his brain. And then figuring it out that that's where they were. And
where it makes you relive your worst moments. Basically, his power was taking people into, the hell from Lucifer.
Right. Or was it their own personal house too?
Yeah. Because and they had to kind of break free and get into each other's.
Right. And realize, But then also when Florence Pugh's character fucking just steps right into it, just like, here I go. I'm just going to step into it. And the other ones are like, and then you find out later that they also stepped into it because they cared. And you're like, okay, got it. Fool.
And thank God, because I really thought we watched them murder a small child on screen, which I was like, isn't that illegal? They couldn't show that.
Right. Oh, it was horrible.
Oh God, it was, we were all like,
yeah.
Because it's just so sudden. She just goes, and you're like, oh God, it was. We could not recover, and it was even at that point we were like, okay, I think these people are going to be able to come back, because that was too much. That was too dark.
It was very dark, literally, for the Void. I also I do want to watch it again because I want to see the warehouse, because there's a lot of little hidden things in there. Because you obviously see right away the Sentry gear that's hanging there. Like you see a symbol right away, and you go.
And the way she's making the Sentry is, it's a little racist. It's a little Homelandery. And,
Yep.
the white, blonde, golden god sort of thing.
Right.
It's like,
We found out who bought fucking Avengers Tower.
yep.
It was her.
Mm-hmm. And then at the end of the movie, they changed the name of the entire movie. And that's why it had the asterisk. And it turns out it's actually the new Avengers, not the Thunderbolts.
Right.
And you can find the movie by looking up either, which I think is very funny.
Yes. Which I
You
wanted to tell for so long, but I couldn't because I didn't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the you get a little ending there. A little something happened.
Yeah, and it turns out that that Bucky and Captain America are not on the same side. That there's going to be two Avengers teams. There's going to be Sam's team and Bucky's team. Well, Elena's team, whomever's team.
Right. Well, did Sam form an Avengers team? Because
that was what they were alluding to, because he's suing them over the using the name Avengers.
Oh, that's right.
And he won, and that's what the
Avengers. Yeah,
that's why I wanted to call them the Avengers with a Z, so there's no copyright infringement kind of a thing.
Right. Even though they're in Avengers Tower.
Yeah.
The original Avengers Tower.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
a lot of changes, a lot of parts.
There was a part in that after scene, besides the big fucking,
the rocket one.
Yeah. Normally, when you do something like that, you go a year later, 6 months later. They did 14 months.
Mm-hmm.
It's very
Specific.
oddly specific number.
It is oddly specific.
But if you line things up in the MCU timeline, blah, 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 fucking do it all, it lines up with Logan and losing Wolverine. It's around that same time when Logan dies.
Is it? I thought
Yes.
Logan was 2029.
That's what year they're in.
No.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
They're not.
Sure.
No, they're not.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's more like 2026. Anyways, my theory. This is my theory, and we kind of talked about it. Before because I fucking too much internet. I spend way too much time on the internet. Mainly at work because I get bored. But that if everything is, if you go off the Deadpool Wolverine, where you need an anchor being in a world, and Deadpool or Wolverine is that character.
2028. So it's a year before the end of Logan.
And that's with the time jump?
At the end of the time jump, because the brunt of the movie took place in 2027. The Thunderbolts movie, its post-credit scene are primarily set in 2027 with a brief time jump to late 2028.
Okay. But that's why I thought the 14 months put it into 2029.
No, 2028.
Okay.
And that is when the Fantastic Four enter the MCU.
Right, but I just figured that's when...
Spoiler alert.
That's when they're actually trying to come back. They've been traveling through different universes to bring a Wolverine back to that universe, which is 616. No. But
Yeah.
We're in 616.
Which it shouldn't be.
I know, we've talked about that.
I know we have. I'm going to be mad about it until the day I die.
And you can be.
Because comic book universe is 616, so it makes no sense for there to be differences if they're the same universe. Anyway.
Every time we're going to get a little Kevin rant, and I love it. I'm here for it. I agree. But
I'm sorry, if it was 616, Nick Fury would be white.
True. Very true. So
If anything, that puts it closer to the Ultimates, which is
right.
4129.
Whatever.
Fuck it.
Anyways, but I figure that they're bringing. That's how we're going to get the introduction to some of these other things. For Secret Wars and Doomsdays, the introduction of Wolverine. Although I don't think Hugh Jackman wasn't in the list of Avengers Doomsday characters.
I don't
think he is.
Think he is either, but I also feel like if so, they're probably keeping that under wraps. He's,
sure.
They
Which supposedly
want to bury the lead a little better than they did at fucking.
I don't know if it's real, but it looks so fucking real but there have been leaked images of behind the scenes of Doomsday.
And like his armor set,
Well, not only his armor set, but
with the gray hair, fake.
no. It's of Robert Downey Jr. on set fighting or having a conversation with Deadpool.
That
But-
sounds fake as shit.
But here's why I well, it looks like they're on a set of something. I don't know.
Yeah, AI's gotten better, my friend.
Yeah, well, it's really good because they have a whole crew around. But anyways, the reason why I don't think it's real is because Robert Downey Jr. hasn't worn a full Iron Man set since the very first Iron Man because they've boiled it down to like hockey pads for him because he's a big name actor and he's not going to wear a full set. So that's what makes me think it's fake. But
Yeah, you're talking about this one. It's so fucking
which
fake.
one?
These ones, right?
No.
That one?
No. It was a video.
Fake as shit.
Probably. I don't know.
Yeah, it's fake as shit.
But
Anyway.
there's also a theory. There's also a theory about and I think we've talked about this before, about how in Avengers, when they show the Avengers logo, that the way that the bottom part of the circle is that if they win, it's a full circle, but if they lose, it's a half circle. I don't know, but in the Avenger movies where they've lost,
The one.
they were
They only lost in one movie.
Endgame, but Civil War. That was Captain. No,
That was Captain America.
that was Captain America.
They didn't lose in Endgame. They lost in Infinity War.
Infinity War. That's what I meant. But anyways, something with the logo, and that it predicts because Secret Wars has one way and Doomsday has another way.
Mm.
So they're thinking Secret Wars is a loss and Doomsday is a win. Whatever the internet fan theory is about it.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, Infinity War is not the full circle.
Right?
It's only the half of, like two-thirds.
Right, two-thirds,
Two-thirds.
right.
There's
That's
no
some-
bottom circle in Infinity War. In Infinity War or Secret Wars. Interesting.
But I can't imagine that Marvel would be like, let's do this and nobody will ever know. It's not they're not Ric Flair, where Ric Flair literally wore blue. I think he wore blue tights every time he won and red tights every time he lost.
How about that?
It's a true story. He did it every time for years and nobody ever caught on.
And a couple of the doctors would change certain things in their outfit depending upon whether they're in the past, present, or future.
Really?
With Matt Smith, it was his bow tie.
Ah.
With Tennant, it was something with I think his Converse or like the type of suit he wore, because it was always that kind of blue pinstripe.
Right.
There's something that changed with the suit or his shoes, whether they're in the past, present, or future.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then with Matt Smith, it was his bow tie.
Well, I guess we'll just have to see if
Oh, Doctor Who. So Doctor Who just fucking wrapped up.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about that. I'm just going to talk about Doctor Who real quick, and then we can wrap it up. Fucking Doctor Who. I'm really mad that Ncuti Gatwa only got 2 seasons. It pisses me off. I understand why, because they filmed it both seasons back to back, and that is a really long time to not accept any roles. And that's also, that takes a lot of toll on somebody. And so I kind of understand it, but at the same time, it feels weird that, the Black Doctor only got 2/3 of what all the rest of the doctors besides Eccleston got, but Eccleston left after one of his own volition, because a number that's really close to 2/3 is 3/5, and that feels gross to me. He was also really good as the Doctor. I don't like the people who have been shitting on him because he was the perfect level of whimsical, and I really, really liked both companions. I thought they were fucking great. But at the spoiler alert for the end of Doctor Who, if you haven't watched it, so he regenerates at the end of the second season, and he has a new face, and he's a girl again, and that girl is Billie Piper Rose from the basically entire fucking new run of Doctor Who up until this point. Everybody knows Rose. She's a linchpin of many story arcs in Doctor Who. So he's her now, and we don't know why. This isn't the first time he's turned into somebody he's met before. Peter Capaldi's character was in the Mount Vesuvius episode of Doctor Who way earlier. And people were like, well, he's been on Doctor Who recently. That's fucking weird, man. But then he actually acknowledges that. He's like, why did I turn into somebody I know? What's the point of this? That kind of a thing. So like they acknowledge that. And so that I thought was really interesting. These 2 seasons had a lot of callbacks to older Doctor Who, more than any other like Doctor from the new series ever has. And I'm not talking about like the big return of enemies like the Daleks and the Cybermen. I'm talking like crazy callbacks and former companions coming back, like deep pulls, including an old like Time Lord villain, not using the Master again or Missy for when she became played by I'm blanking on her name. She's fucking incredible. She was in Doom Patrol. Gomez something. Anyway, fucking fantastic. And I could not believe how many old school pulls there were. It was incredible. It has acknowledged more old Doctor Who than has been on record in any of the the newer series has. This is technically the 3rd iteration of Doctor Who because this was season 2 of Doctor Who, not just like series 11 to series 12. So that I thought was really fascinating. So yeah, Billie Piper is the new Doctor, and that's pretty cool. Thunderbolts are really good. See it in theaters if it's still in any theaters near you. Otherwise, I'm sure it'll be on Disney soon.
I'm sure will. I was also going to ask the ship at the end, 3 fins or 4?
3.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay.
3 fins. But yes,
huge debate.
When I saw the rocket, I knew immediately it was the Fantastic Four, and then I turned around and showed the logo.
Right.
Like,
but I thought maybe if it was 4, or if it was different, that this would be the other Fantastic Four cast.
No. Because they've already shown the Doomsday thing.
I know, but that would be the fucking the assumption. But maybe the different. They're pulling their leg. I've seen the photos.
I've see the angle that the other 2 fins are at. That is too steep of an angle for there to be 4 fins. That's 3 fins.
I know it's 3 fins, but the 3 fins in the thing, and then I don't know. There's debate on the internet that in the end scene of Thunderbolts it has 4.
Oh yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
That does kind of look like 4.
Does kind of look like 4. That's all I'm saying. But if it could just be
because there's another shot where they're looking out of the screen. And it kind of looks like 4.
Right. So it could be.
You gotta see fucking Thunderbolts again.
Yeah, right. So anyway, Thunderbolts is great. I'll probably throw in that Doctor Who one, or we could just wait till next episode when Megan's here because I'm sure she would love to interject about Doctor Who.
Yeah.
But I'll maybe cut that in later. Anyways, all right. This has been Happy Ending of Thunderbolts. Let us know what you think. Find us on Facebook and Instagram and
where all your socials are at.
Where all your socials are at. Or email us at whatever our email is. It's on the podcast. The worst.
Best threesome ever at CompuServe.net.
Find us on MySpace.
AOL.com.
Still on MySpace. All right. We'll see you next time. Bye.
The views held here by the nerds of Best Threesome Ever do not directly reflect the views of nerds everywhere.